Hello again. This is my entry into a contest being sponsored by a channel called Low Noise Jason Skilz. Jason's a friend of mine from this little vinyl community that we have here, and he is pushing for 300 subs. But yes, he's already far surpassed 300 subs. I think he's probably going to reach 400 before this contest is all said and done. But here you go, Jason, for you. He asked us a few questions having to do with threes, since this is 300 subs contest. The first thing he wants us to show is a trio, a three-member band. And I just couldn't decide on just one. So I'm going to show three, okay? Three trio bands. And the first one that came to mind for me was this 1980s band called Trio. And there were three guys in the band. Here they are right there. And they were really minimalist, very minimalist, like stripped down pop. New wave, I guess you'd call it. But this 12-inch single for their song Anna, Let Me In, Let Me Out came out in 1982. They are fantastic. They were only around from probably 1980 to 1985, I believe. One of my favorite bands when I was a kid. One of their songs, Da Da Da, was used in a car commercial in the late 80s, so they had kind of a resurgence of popularity then. But Trio, love them. They only have 2-3 records out, I believe, albums, and then a bunch of singles and things. And I think there's a bootleg live LP on vinyl that I've been looking for years. Can't find it. But Trio, that's the first band. Now, another trio that comes to mind, Venom. I love Venom. This is their double live in-concert LP, and there you see the three Venoms right there. Original black metal, probably one of the first black metal bands, if not the first black metal band ever. This copy is interesting because it says promotional. There's a sticker under the shrink wrap that says promotional copy. There's the back. But yeah, love me some Venom. I have since I was very young. And you can't go wrong with Venom, especially when you're talking about trios, right? Now this is a trio that I discovered just a few years ago. These guys opened for the Dickies in New York City. They're called Metaleg or Metaleg. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. They're from New York City, I believe. This is their album Hit of the Week that came out in 2013. Again, like I said, I saw them open for the Dickies. They're fantastic. If you like pop, punk, power pop kind of stuff, right up your alley here. These guys rule. And I did have them autograph this record at their show, and I asked them to please draw farts. So that they each drew a fart there on their own little selves there. So Metaleg, if you're into power pop and the poppier side of punk, this is great stuff. I listen to it all the time, over and over again. Love it. Now, the second question was, show the third album by a band. And here's third album by a band called Sator from Sweden. This is their album called Headquake. This came out in 1992. Again, if you like power pop, the poppier side of punk, and a little bit of heavy metal, rock and roll style thrown in here too, these guys are great. I discovered them in the probably late 1980s because some foreign exchange students from Sweden were partying at my house while I was in college, and they turned me on to this band, and I've loved them ever since. And I am a Sator collector for sure. Now there's Sator, the band, right there. From Sweden. If you're from Sweden, you know who Sator is. But I don't know how well known they are in other parts of the world, but they're huge in Sweden. So Sator, love you. Now, the third question was to show a release in triplets, like a 3 CD release, a 3 album release, or a 3 cassette release. And what I have chosen to show is this. Frankie Goes to Hollywood Pleasure Pack 3 cassette release box. Now, this came out in 1985, and our friend Low Noise will appreciate this. This is Canadian only release. Our friend Jason is Canadian, and so here's this Canadian 3-pack, and I'm going to open it up for you now. Show you how it opens. And there is a great picture of the band, and inside there you see the 3 tapes. Get those out right now. And they're 3 cassette singles. And there's Relax, cassette single, all in jewel cases. 2 Tribes, cassette single. Great synth pop 80s stuff, Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Some mean bass lines on these songs. And this is Welcome to the Pleasure Dome single. So yeah, great stuff. And as a bonus, to this contest, since we're talking about threes, I will leave you all with this image that I vandalized, I don't know, decades ago. But here are 3 blood-barfing Gene Simmons angels. There you go. 3 blood-barfing Gene Simmons angels for you, Jason Skilz. We'll see you later. And everybody, thank you for 1, going over to sub up Jason Skilz, and for 2, subbing me up, liking my videos, commenting, all that stuff. It's much appreciated. May the rock and roll gods bless you as they have blessed me. Take care.